guys. Today we're in Hamilton at P23. I'm here with Deandra, and I want you to introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are so we can get into the conversation.
Okay. Hi, I'm Deandra Henriquez. I'm the owner of P23 Tea. We're more than just a tea shop, even though it says tea. We sell all kinds of tea from boba tea, loose leaf tea, lattes, and we're dairy free.
Definitely. So I want to ask you for real, what made you want to start a tea shop? Well, cafe, I would say.
I I believe I always wanted to start a cafe. I remember when I was 18, I was in North Carolina at the time visiting a school that I wanted to check out. And I sat at a cafe and I'm a writer, so I would sit in cafes and write. It would be like the most comfortable setting.
Mm-hmm.
So I sat at this cafe and I was just like, I remember specifically writing in this notebook and I was like, I want to own a cafe one day. And that just stuck with me. Like I'm a whole hairstylist. I've been doing hair for 20 years. But I was like, why not just do a cafe? But what prompted me and pushed me even further was I would go to like the Starbucks or the name brand cafe
Mm-hmm.
and I would order like a latte or something. And I was like, do not put dairy in it because I have a dairy allergy. And they will be like, oh, I forgot. And I'll taste it. From one taste, I'm like, there's milk in there. And they're like, oh, I forgot. And it will happen all the time. And I'm like, my stomach is going to be jacked up because you put milk in there and
Yeah.
you guys are just like, oh, whatever. So I was like, you know what? I want to be the alternative. We have plant based milk, and then you have to ask for dairy, which we kind of don't have, but
Right.
so.
No, that's definitely cool because I think that's one thing that a lot of people need for real, for real. Yeah, definitely. I want to say P23. I have this is a brown sugar
Matcha.
matcha. And what do you have?
I have the taro latte.
Explain what that is.
So, taro is made from the purple yams.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's the purple yams ground up in powder form. So, I have it in a latte form. So, the same way you would make a latte, but instead of using espresso, we use a taro.
Okay.
And you could put boba in there too.
Is there any benefits to that?
Well, purple yams have a lot of good health benefits anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
all the health benefits of the purple yam, which I don't have in my mental right now, but
Definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanted to ask because
yeah,
it's always good if we're going to talk about recommending something to somebody, we want to at least let them know that there is some good
yeah.
benefits to
A
it.
lot of our teas have good benefits, especially like the matcha. The matcha, it gives you the same rise. It has caffeine in it. It gives you the same rise of the caffeine, but it has the L-theanine in there that also relaxes you. So as caffeine calms, as you're coming off the caffeine, the matcha, the L-theanine in the matcha calms you down, so you're not like getting the jitters or anything. You're just it's like a calm, relaxed.
Soothing type
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I really like it too. I could drink matcha at any time for real, for real. It's just kind of like real calming and soothing and like cool. But to jump back to where we were, um, what was kind of like your process and your thought? Because how long ago was it when you wrote in that book and said that you wanted this?
oh my gosh, I was 18. So that was in 2000, and I don't even want to give you my age, but
No, you don't have to give me
this
your
is this
age,
is before the 2020s,
but
okay? Back in
I just want
2000s.
to make a reference
Early
that
2000s.
you didn't stop.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
know,
stop. Actually,
you
I put that in the back of my head. I wasn't even thinking about like my cafe or whatever. I would still always visit cafes, and I'm from like that era where there was that neo soul vibe where people go and have poetry
mm-hmm,
and spoken word, and to be at the like the late cafe scene or whatever. And I couldn't wait to be 25 to be grown and sexy so I could go to those scenes.
right.
And then when I turned 25, it was done. I was like, so I was like, I want to bring that back. That's not fair that I have to now cancel something because of, like whatever. So I want to bring it back and I want people, like, especially this generation, to know how dope that vibe was.
Right.
So this is,
Nah, definitely. And I do get that vibe from here. Every time I come here, it's always chill. There's always a nice aesthetic of music going on. You got, all the greenery that's in there, the vibrant colors, everything is right. And it's just like how you were just saying, like how that vibe was with like everything that was going on. So
yeah.
I appreciate you doing this because I'm only 28. So I'm just now officially turning into like a adult, the starting ages. So I didn't really get to actually experience that. Only got to see it through, I guess, what you would call like the neo soul artists
Right.
that shot their music videos in that type of setting. But even looking at that, it was like I want to go there too. But it's like now it's like this is the only type of vibe that you can honestly really get that from
Right. Yeah.
looking at it
Yeah. I mean,
past tense.
there's some places that's trying to bring that back, but like I was just like, that was such a dope era. Like the music, the style, everything, and it's just so chill and lax. I feel like now we're in a generation where everybody's just like anxious and stressed out. There's so many resources and so many things at our fingertips now that everyone could just find anything. I remember having to go to the library, get a dictionary or an encyclopedia, or look through a glossary. Even when you would get music, you had to like get the disc or the CD player and look in the back of it to get the
Mm-hmm.
information about the song.
Playing
Like
flip, yeah.
there's nothing to be excited for. Everything's just so accessible. So I'm like, I want to bring back, like, even though everything's accessible, I want to bring back the vibe where you could be in accessibility but still come somewhere and just let it all down and just like relax and chill, play a game or two, and just you don't have to worry about what's on your phone, or
Right.
there's no TV in here. Like play a board game or a card game, and sip on some tea.
Right. No, that's a cool vibe too, because I like how you do the different events with all the different people that you partner with. It
Yeah.
might be a knit and this and that, but it's all self centered around like a chill vibe where people could come and like really like wind down
Yeah.
and really catch a vibe and experience for other people. You
Right.
might have some people that did it before, you might have some people that haven't. So it's really a space where people could come and either catch a vibe that they had before
Right.
with some new people that they don't know, or come in as just like a,
Yeah,
whole extravaganza for them.
we just had the loops and latte. That's what it's called. So it's like hand knitting,
Hmm.
and it was just people that came with like mother daughter date, and just people that just came by themselves. And the whole point of it, the whole point of having these events is to draw the community together.
Yes.
So like you don't have to drive to New York or Philly. We have something that you could do locally.
Right, right. And that's a big thing with everything too. Like within myself, like community, like health base. My job is a community job. I help out the community. So I'm big on like community as well because community is the foundation.
Hmm.
And that's like the like really the stepping stones on how you can like build infrastructures and bigger structures and stuff like that. But if you have no community, the structure will fall every time. So I'm
Right.
glad that you do what you do because it brings people from different areas within where we're at, and it brings them together to like understand what people do. Because I know when I was at the last event that was here, and like I like went around and just talked to everybody. I was
Right.
just like, okay, like what do you do? One person like did pictures, then like another person was a cook. Shout out Queen B. Another person did I believe she made like trinkets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Another person had a book club, but like I'm pretty sure all these people are from this area,
Yeah.
but
They're all
just
local. Yep.
spaced out, and
Yeah.
this is a great spot for them to come and like,
Yeah.
okay, like,
Like that's the whole point. I want to spotlight other people. Like I have a lady that knits out of her house, or and I sell her cuff sleeves here. I have someone that makes boba earrings, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. Bring your and it's a young
mm-hmm,
person too. So I'm like, I want to support everybody, young or old. Like whatever your niche is, just to like bring awareness to what you do and who you are.
right.
Bring a safe space to like sell or broadcast your stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So everybody, if you're listening, when you guys are listening, this place is a cool, comfortable place that everybody could come and experience a vibe and just experience other people and their businesses and everything like that. Shout out to all the people that came here and renting out the space. She just explained all some of the things that people do. So you guys know now that you could come and rent out the space and it could be taxes and tea. It could be a book club and tea. What else can it be?
We did real estate and tea, like
It could be baddies and
yeah,
tea.
right.
I
We could be
don't
baddies
know.
and
We
tea.
could we
We
could
just
get
did
there.
we just did sip and snap. Like, we had people come out and had their their portraits taken and drink tea. Like, we had
Right.
games and stuff. We are gonna have trivia night this coming Friday. It's gonna be trivia and tea, like, all kinds of stuff. So
Okay.
yeah.
Ooh, I like. You said trivia this Friday.
Hmm.
Say the date for everybody so people could know when it is
Oh my
and
gosh,
what
what
time.
date is Friday? Friday's the 19th.
I,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
Friday's the no, Friday's the 20th. It's my mom's birthday.
Okay.
Friday the 20th
Happy
at
birthday, moms.
6 p.m. It was going to be trivia night, 6 to 8:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all pop out, man. So I want to ask you about more so of like, what's some motivation that you would give to people that are trying to like get into what they're getting into that will help them push through like how you did, because you said that was about, let's say, 15 years ago, where you were thinking about this and you put it in the back of your mind, and now 15 years later, you're here, and it might not be exactly what you thought it was going to be, but you have what you wanted, and now you got to like figure it out. So
Right.
what's some just positive words that you would give to a younger person that's looking at you and wanting to like be in your position or doing something else?
Well, first and foremost, do your research, learn your niche, find out like if there is a niche for it or if there's a need for it. I'm learning this as I go along. Like I'm the kind of person that fails forward.
Mm-hmm.
So um learning the demographic and making sure it's a great area if you're opening a brick and mortar. But if you're going after something that you are aspiring to be, maybe it's not a brick and mortar, maybe it's to do content, maybe it's to do art, maybe it's to, whatever it is that you want to do coming out of school or whatever, hair, whatever. First, yes, do your research, but second, like no matter if life throws curveballs at you, you still gotta hold on to that dream and goal. Like, look towards where you want to be. Like, always have that future. Like me, I had kids along the way, and then I was like, maybe I can't do this anymore because now I have to care for these kids and whatever. But even through all that, I was like, I'm still me. So don't lose sight of who you are and don't lose yourself in your situation, but still grow from it and stay focused on your dreams.
Yeah, definitely. I like that. I like how you said that. You said don't lose yourself and stay focused. What's some ways that you didn't lose yourself and you stay focused?
I mean, I lost myself. I'm just telling the
No,
future,
but no, 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 no. It's
Oh,
okay
what's
to
the
lose.
way not to lose yourself? Like me,
Yeah.
I had to keep grounded. Like I think it was during COVID when I wrote my first book, and writing that book, as I'm writing the book is pretty much about the past.
Mm-hmm.
So I was rehashing past experiences, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And in that realization of rehashing past experiences, I learn more about myself. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm still this person underneath it all. So you got to peel all the layers of tarnish that, covered yourself, from whatever that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was peeling layers and layers of that off. And I was like, I'm me. And I'm like emerging into becoming me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so as I peel those layers, I was like, I'm not giving up on whatever I want to do. I'm going after it because I've always been like I don't go by the book or whatever. I've always been like the person that just did whatever she wanted to do. Like I'm like I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go down this street even though you're going that way. Like
Right.
that's always been me. So I was like, you know what? I've been living safe and along the lines, and I was like, that's not me. I'm gonna safely protect my kids, but I'm still gonna go against the grain for myself and for my dreams.
Right. Nah, that's good because sometimes people don't even have the bandwidth to like
Yeah,
understand and like do that. You know, it's a very hard point to get to. Everybody really doesn't get there. So
yeah.
it's good that were able to understand how to get to that point to
I mean, you got to keep
persevere.
betting on yourself. Like
Yeah.
you can't give up on yourself. Like, you can't rely on other people to push you. You have to come up out of it and push yourself at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody can't do that though.
Yeah, it's true.
It's very hard. Like I've like, talking to people and it's really hard to like push yourself through when you feel like the world is like,
I'm gonna give you this pointer that I learned recently. Like, you could be in a funk or you could be down or whatever.
mm-hmm,
Sit in that for a little bit. You have to feel those emotions because you can't keep suppressing emotions or whatever.
right,
So sit in it, feel it. Because
mm-hmm,
I think a lot of problems that people are facing is they're not feeling the things that are making them angry or whatever. Like sit in those feelings, feel it, and then from it you have to peel yourself out. Like, all right, I sat here for a little bit. It's okay. I felt this. Not, denying myself of this, but I have to push forward. You can't stay there because no one's going to pull you up.
Right.
I mean, yeah, believe in God, pray, everything, but you also have to like at some point be like, I can't stay here. And
Yeah.
that's what happened for me. Like I went through a lot of depressed state or whatever and down. And I was like, I'm not staying here. I'm gonna pull myself up.
Right.
Especially when people are looking. Like I have kids. My motivation was my kids. I'm like, I want to be somebody for them.
Yeah.
So that was my push. I mean, whatever it is, whoever it is that's looking up to you, or whoever you want to like impress or whatever, for lack of a better word, whatever whoever
Mm-hmm.
you want to like say, this is my person, and I want to show them that I can do this.
Yeah.
So
Nah,
yeah,
definitely. That's how I feel about like my health. Like once I did that, I was like, I want to show like my people that like you're able to do it,
yeah,
and that it's not too foreign from what we're used to. You just have to learn new information and be okay with changing some things that we were taught wrong, you
right,
know, because eating healthy is the same thing as eating most of the things that we eat now, but it's a different variation of something that has something better than the other thing.
right.
So a lot of people miss fiber, what we were talking about before when we started the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Fiber is the main thing that people would need to eat like on a daily basis,
Yeah,
because if
man,
you're
that gut
not,
health. Oh my gosh,
yeah,
your gut. You don't know how much your gut is like
it's
intertwined with everything. Once your gut is healthy, all that stuff. Like I just found out that leaky gut is a reason why a lot of people have pains and aches.
yeah,
And I'm like, leaky gut. What? How you gonna fix that? More fiber. People are not putting enough fiber in their diet, and then how many of our food is so processed? Like I tell people, read the ingredients of half the food that you're eating, and you're gonna see that there's a whole bunch of stuff on there that you can't read,
yes.
and you're like,
And then
you're
when
putting that
you
in your stomach.
And then when you look up these things are 100% cause to a lot of these cancers that we have. A lot of things are why like people are like very sick.
Blocked up, all
People
that.
be having like whatever blockanosis.
Blockonosis.
What is
What?
blockanosis? Like it's a compound from you eating thousands of ingredients on the back of this TV dinner for
Right,
15 years.
right,
But they won't tell you that.
right.
They want you to just keep
Yeah.
consuming it. So,
I mean, when I lived in Jamaica for about a few years, and when I was there, I remember just going and picking up your own yams, like digging it up, eating your own yams, like getting your coconut out the tree, like, stuff like that. Like, and I never had any issues, like sicknesses as much as, here. And I was just like, this is crazy. Like, I grew up learning that if you're sick, boil a tea and drink it,
yeah,
like that's,
not Pepto Bismol.
yeah, right. Peppermint tea, your stomach hurts, peppermint tea or ginger, like stuff like that. But people are so quick to go to the pharmacy and all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm not knocking it because there's some need for it, but I'm just like, not for everything. Some things you can fix at home.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let me ask you this: if a person was sick, what would be some teas that you would recommend a person? Because you sell a bunch of
It depends
lovely
on the
teas here
sickness.
too.
It really depends. Like I said, like someone has upset stomach. It's ginger. I would say ginger tea helps with that. Peppermint tea is good for that also. If
Yes.
someone wants to relax and calm, like we've been doing a lavender and chamomile blend, or just
Okay.
straight lavender or chamomile, or even rose tea. Rose is meant to calm you, but also have health. People don't understand rose. Like I have rose tea. Other people are like, oh, what's rose? Rose is an antimicrobial,
Okay.
and it's it also calms you and
Yeah.
relaxes you. And there's something else that it does, which is like a big, it's also a free radical too. So it helps, your cells and your blood cells rejuvenate. But I'm like, don't sleep on rose tea because you could even use rose and distill it and turn it into rose water. Rose water is good for your skin and your
Yeah.
scalp and your
Yeah.
hair.
I was just
Like,
about to say that I've used rose water from my hair and like my like
yeah.
It's super
So
good.
like I do hair, and then I was like, so I incorporate my teas in my hair stuff. Like I have oils for with the same seeds and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and rose water for the scalp and hair. So I'm like, I tell people I use this stuff like every day.
Right. Before you done talking, shout out your hair business.
Oh,
So people
Studio
could
23, Studio P23T and Studio 23. Studio 23, it's in Cranberry, and I do hair. I do all hair. I do all textures, all races.
mm-hmm.
I just don't do a lot of kids. That's all.
Okay. Cool. So I wanna ask some more because you said you lived in Jamaica, right?
Hmm.
So what was if if somebody was to be either sick or to have, let's just say sick, what would be a special remedy that you
Oh
would
my gosh, my
either
my
drink or
great
what would you
grandmother
eat?
used to give me Cersei tea, the most bitterest. It's like they call it the
Blah.
bush tea.
Yeah.
Bush tea or fever grass. I think what it was. What was a fever grass? It's some. Oh my gosh, it's lemongrass.
Yep.
Lemongrass is has a lot of health benefits. They'll give you that, or they'll crush the teas up and put them in thing and put it in your sock with like onions and stuff like that to draw out the fever out of you. Like there's all
Yeah.
kinds of natural remedies. Like my grandmother still to this day would be like, oh, just go rub this on your foot. Bay leaf, they'll put that on your foot bottom or
Mm-hmm.
put it in your rub it on your head with some alcohol, like to draw out the essence of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
That's all some good stuff. You better listen, man. Some gems getting dropped. There's always a natural way for better health.
Hmm.
And I personally want to say people need to start, understanding this and paying attention to this. Um, there's too many people just like dying of complications of cancers and all these different things. So if we start to understand these things on a healthier sense, we really wouldn't have to go through it anymore. Like we wouldn't have to see like so many people suffer from like all these things. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired of seeing people suffer, and so I'm glad that you're giving the game for the health because it's a lot of people that don't look at it that way. They look
Hmm.
at it as like a strenuous thing that they have to learn, but it should be like the first thing that's on your mind. Like, why do
Yeah,
I
it
have
shouldn't be
to?
so hard to eat healthy or to live a healthier lifestyle. It's all it is just taking a switch. It takes 21 days to break a habit. So 21 days is slowly stop with the process. My first step was no more junk food,
Yep.
no more soda. So I don't have soda, I don't have junk food, and I pretty much don't eat processed food. Like I try to cook, like I make my own granola, and
Mm-hmm.
I try to if I could make it myself, I try to find a way to make it. Certain things I'm like, all right, I don't have time for this. But if I don't have time, then I need to find an alternative to eat it. Because now if I go back and eat something like we went out for dinner the other day, all of us, right?
Right.
And I was messed up because I don't know what I was like. Oh, I'm so hungry. I just need to eat. And then my stomach was messed up. I was like, oh man, I can't do that. Like
Right.
it wasn't clean eating at all. Like my body wouldn't tell me it's not clean. So
Yeah. Nah,
yeah,
facts. I feel that. Like once I eat certain things, that when we what we eat that day, that wasn't that bad. Cause I just had
not for
like
you.
noodles.
Yeah, you stay true. I was like, I'm eating everything. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
But
But most of the time, I know like when I've ate something bad, I can feel it, or like
mm-hmm.
something is off. Like I can really feel it. Like so, yeah. I don't ever try to cheat because it be fucking me up.
I can't cheat. I don't like that feeling. Like my go-to, if I do cheat, like I don't cheat. Like I know I can't. Dairy is like off the table. I can't have dairy. But
Right.
like if I do cheat, it's certain things like greasy stuff I can't have because I can't have certain grease, like the canola grease or the vegetable oil. I can't have that. My body doesn't break that down or process that. Whenever I'm
Yeah.
eating something, I could tell they cooked it in a certain grease because I'm like, oh god, I'm messed up.
Yeah.
Um, but like my go-to for that is I'll just go home and drink some apple cider vinegar, and I'll
Yeah.
be like, all right, it'll kind of flush me out a little bit. But
Right.
apple cider vinegar, sometimes I just gotta ride the wave. My stomach's just gonna be jacked up all night.
Yeah.
So
Nah,
yeah.
facts. I feel that. Nah, for real. Cause yo, one thing that I learned about when I like 100% clean my diet, yo, some things will run through you. Like
Mm-hmm.
once your body feels whatever feeling
Yeah.
that it gives you naturally, your body's gonna be like, all right, well, better figure something out because
Right.
things is about to.
I mean, another quick fix is you just fast, do like a 24-hour fast,
Oh
and your
yeah,
body will kind of like, clean it, fix itself. Like your cells will fight, will
against.
fight against all that stuff faster. But
Yep.
like if you do that, don't go back and break the fast with like you got to kind of eat healthy after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just helped one of my friends with that. They were trying to basically detox, and I was telling them like, yo, honestly, the best detox is just not eating.
Hmm.
But I was like, eat less, eat fruit, drink coconut water. If you don't like actually eating fruit and vegetables, try and juice it so it's like a little bit more, digestible for you. You can like drink it and stuff like that. And then I was like, the biggest thing really is, I'm like, you work out and stuff like that. Like the biggest thing really is, I'm like, just don't go back to eating the stuff that you were eating. Like no matter how long you do it for, it could be a year, it could be 3 days. After this 3 days, don't touch any of the other stuff that you were touching because
Right.
what you just did in those 3 days is tarnished.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
um, so yeah, I appreciate you guys for listening. Um, I want everybody to make better choices with health. I want to say that again. I'm very big on that. Better choices with health. And it's not just eating, it's mental health. Every type of health. You gotta to really take care of yourself because if you don't, the littlest thing can like tip you over to make you fall over to, you know, not live the way that you really need to live. Um, and if you need some good stuff, you should come to P23 because they help with a lot of health benefits. A lot of people that can't digest milk, there's no milk here. It's all plant based. So you don't have to go to Starbucks where they
Or Duncan.
constantly get your orders wrong and put the wrong things that you don't want inside of your teas and whatever the case may
And even
be.
if you're not close by, just like support local small businesses. Like, the major corporations, they're good, just small business. We trying to make it out here.
Nah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody that wants to inquire about renting out the space to do events, P23.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Yeah.
page that they should
Yeah.
hit up.
P23T.com.
Okay. Yeah, it's booking on there.
Yep. You could book, or if you want to be a vendor, there's a vendor application on there as well. Or go on my IG P23 underscore TEA.
Cool. All
Yep.
right. So, another thing I want to ask you too. What are some of the next events other than one that's Friday that's going to be going on?
There's gonna be another the loops and latte, guys. When we had the loops and latte, that was such a hit
That's the
that,
knitting.
yeah, she had to open like, so she has two in April
Mm-hmm.
and one in May.
Okay.
So April 4th, April 12th.
That's the day before my birthday.
Really?
April 4th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And May. I don't remember the time in May, but she had to open more because it's been such a high demand. And
Okay.
then we have a cookie mommy and me cookie making class, or just cookie if you want to learn how to bake cookies or make cookies.
Mm-hmm.
That's April 19th.
Okay.
There's like almost every weekend there's something going
Going
on.
on.
But
See?
so you have to stay connected. Go on our page,
Yeah.
follow us.
Instagram,
Yes, and now I'm usually
TikTok.
on TikTok trying to like promote. So
Right. Yeah, man, it's a lot of events going on. If you guys able to come, get some tea, knit, whatever the extra event to it is, come and get the information and learn something new. Stimulate your mind and do something different for a chance. It's always good to stimulate yourself to a
right.
new height. So
Yeah.
come
Oh,
here and
quick,
do it at
quick.
P23.
I'm gonna be at the Bloom Bar tomorrow from 6 to 9. we're going to be spilling the tea. So I'm bringing the tea to the Bloom Bar. So ladies, come on out and spill the tea. Talk about all your grievances.
Yes, sir. Pop out. So I want to say I appreciate you. I love your spot. Everybody, follow P23.
Yep.
Um, come in, sip some tea, get some herbs. Come here and do numbers, man.
Yeah, work from home. Work from P23, not home.
Right,
We got Wi-Fi.
right. So once again, I want to say I appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody up to this way that tuned in, reached out, follow, like, everything. We here, P23, Hamilton. What's the address?
1905 Highway 33, Hamilton, New Jersey, 08690.
Yes, sir. We here. And you know the motto, man. Do numbers.